Hey, they might could do it better. I ain't tripping off all that shit.
What's going on? What's going on, man? It's your boy Richard Faye TV, man. We back out here, nigga. We still in BR with it, man. I got my nigga BloodShot in the building, poppin' shit, huh?
What's good, man? It's your boy BloodShot NT the brand, man. I'm from Covington, Louisiana, man.
Cool. So how do you get the name BloodShot? You must make a niggas draw a lot of blood.
Nah, the reason I got that, man, I started smoking at like 14, so my big homie gave it to me one night. We was in Waffle House, had on some shades like this. He was like, man, take the fucking shades off. Took them off, my eyes was BloodShot, you hear me? So ever since then, nigga been calling me BloodShot, and it just stuck.
What made you want to make that your rap name, though? How did that, like, incorporate with your music?
Well, shit, I was Jay Wash, you know, when I played ball, played sports, because I played sports all my life, and I used to go as Jay Wash. So I ain't really want to take, you know, that side and bring it, you know, to the rap game, you feel me? I felt like, look, BloodShot would just be a better fit, you know, it just, you know, it's me, you feel me? It's another persona.
Cool. So what's the difference between Covington, Louisiana, and Baton Rouge?
Man, Covington, Louisiana is small, man. Very little opportunity, small town type shit. Baton Rouge, big city. I actually lived there for like 2 years. Bunch of opportunity, universities and shit. Just more people, man. Better networking chances, like just a bigger city, you know, bigger chance to be heard.
Cool. That's real. So how long have you been doing music?
Seriously, I've been doing it for like 2.5 years now, seriously, type shit. I've been playing the saxophone since a youngin'. In the choir, was in a band, middle school, junior high, shit like that. But rapping, I've been taking real seriously for 2 years now.
Who are some other up-and-coming artists or some artists that made it out of Covington before you?
Made it? Yeah. I wouldn't say there's really nobody that's made it out of Covington in the rap game, but definitely some up-and-coming artists. My young nigga Ozone Suave, he definitely gonna pop. He going through a little situation right now, but once he get out of that, man, nigga gonna take off on the wrong side of me. Also, my nigga Lased, Free Lased, you heard me here, another one. He definitely gonna blow. And we got a bunch of talent, man, in a small city. I wanna say Lased, Tezo, nigga named Pocky, T-Slight, you know, a bunch of young niggas, man, just young niggas ready to take off.
Cool. So why do you do music, though? Do you do music to make the money, or is it another reason for it?
Nah, man, music for me has just been a part of me. Like I said, like I've been playing the saxophone since a youngin'. You know, I listen to all genres, so really it's a release. You know, give me a way to release shit that I'm going through. I used to go through a situation I ain't had nobody to talk to. You feel me? Growing up with my grandma, so I feel like I ain't had nobody to talk to. Music was, you know, that way of getting that anger and shit out that I felt like I couldn't talk to nobody about.
So it's like some way of a form of therapy.
Yeah, facts.
Cool.
Definitely a form of therapy.
So when you hop in the studio, you know, and it's like it's therapeutic for the most part. So what are some things you need to like really ignite your creativity?
My creativity, man, I just, you know, of course, get on some gas, and that's really it, man, because once I, you know, get that vibe going, just get some low lights, some loud, just get a beat going, you know, shit just come to mind, you feel me, like, you know, the story behind it all just, you know, come to real life.
So how important is it to you to continue to just put out a lot of music, continue to put out videos? I see you got a large following fan base, so I know they're interested in your work. So how often are you in the studio?
In the studio, I'm definitely in the studio every week, and if I'm not in the studio, I'm working, you know, in my room or some shit, just putting it together, something to get my fans, whether it's on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, you know, just substance. But I'm in the studio every week, you know, looking for a hit.
Cool. So you said that you was an athlete before you started rapping, right? What sport did you play?
I played football, basketball, and ran track, but I played football in college.
Cool. So when you stopped your football career, how did that affect you emotionally? Because I know a lot of people that grow up playing sports like that, that's some shit that they want to make it in, and if it don't turn out like that, it'll be a plan B. You know, this interview shit was my plan B. I was a ball player, so not being able, I don't know if you made it or not, but not making it to where you wanted to be as a football player, how did that affect you?
I ain't gonna lie, that's a good question, because the shit was sudden, you know how it happened. Situation came, got into it with the coaches, shit, they pulled my scholarship, you feel me? So that shit was sudden and it happened unexpectedly. So emotionally, I ain't gonna lie, that was like one of the toughest times, you know, like going through, especially as a young nigga. You know, really, you know, counting on that, you feel me? Wanting to be in college with all my homies, you know, wanting to ball. So emotionally it took a toll for sure, you know. going from college, you know, hoes, balling to real life. You hear me?
Yeah,
gotta
that
work.
Shit crazy. That shit crazy.
Gotta work. So shit, I ain't gonna lie. It made a nigga grow up super fast though.
Yeah, I feel that. So, what do you think you could do different in your music career that you didn't do in your football career to prevent from you being able to getting taken out of the position where you can't do what you love to do?
Definitely stay humble and realize that, you know, there's other people that doing the same shit you doing, you know, but don't focus on what they doing, you know, just make sure you doing your shit, stand up to your part, taking care of you, because at the end of the day, that's all that really matters, because at the end of the day, you know, when I was going through my situation, ain't nobody there to follow me, you hear me? Like, I was looking for somebody like, damn, where the help at, but at the end of the day, it was me. Like, so saying that, I just know now, nigga, gotta stay humble and, you know, stay focused, you feel me, and just make sure I got myself, you feel me?
Yeah, that's real. Early in the conversation, I heard you speak about your grandparents. So, was you raised? Your grandparents raised you?
Yeah, my grandmother raised me all my life. Really, I lived with my mom like maybe up till I was like, I want to say 3 or 4. After that, I lived up to my grandma until I went to college.
That's what's up. So, what is your relationship like now with your grandmother and your mom?
My relationship with my grandmother's now great. Relationship with my mom, great. My mom's like my best friend, you know. I can talk to her about anything. She out there in Texas, you know, where I'm at now. But my grandmother, you know, she's also like my best friend. I call her, you know, when I need to talk about some shit. I don't really talk about a lot of people my business, but if I do, I'll call my grandmother, man. You know, but like my perfect ladies, you know, cool. Top 2 right there.
So, them seeing you being a football player to seeing you being a rapper, how do they respond to that switch like that?
They get it, because, you know, they just, you know, they experience life themselves, you know, so they know shit happens suddenly. But also, like, my mom was like probably my biggest supporter. Like, she just know that her son got it. Like, she see the vision, she see the drive. And like she know, and my grandma know that since a youngin', I've been loving music, so it's not a coincidence, you know, that if I can't play ball, I just fell back into the music. So they actually with it, and you know, they see the dream, they know it's bigger than the music. You feel me? Like, and they ain't got a brand behind that shit, you know, something else that I want to build with it.
Yeah.
So it's really bigger than music.
So you said you've been taking music seriously for the last 2 years.
Yeah.
So what is the most positive thing you learned about the music industry and the most negative thing you learned about the music industry?
Most positive thing I learned, really helping other people is what gets you, you know, to where you need to go. At first I thought it was about, you know, just being selfish at all times, but really, you know, you need people like, you know, to get you up the ladder, you feel me? Like, you know, just pat on the back here, you know, nigga slap you on the back up the ladder, you know, to get you to where you maybe need to go. But another negative thing I saw is a lot of snakes, you know, a lot of dishonesty, a lot of people leeching out there. Really, you know, it's about the money to them. So that's really the negative thing, you know, watching for the people who is really all about the money, you know, no heart, no morals, none of that. They just really strict about the bread, you know, got to watch out for them.
Yeah, it'd be like that sometimes. It'd be like that, especially, you know, in the music industry. So, being from where you from, do you feel like you have that Louisiana Baton Rouge sound that a lot of Louisiana Baton Rouge artists have?
I feel like I got the touch, but the sound, I feel like I got my own sound, because a lot of people tell me, like, yeah, you know, you sound like you from Louisiana, but, like, for some reason your shit sound different, you feel me? And I'm like, it's just because, like, I don't know, like, I love Louisiana, I love the culture here, but I never really wanted to be, like, you know, a Louisiana rapper, you know, because, you know, it's a jig sound here, you know, everything dance, uppity type shit, but I love it here, but I feel like I don't really got the Louisiana sound like a lot of other of my homeboys do, you feel me? I got it, but it's not, you know,